ACC Network Extra is proud to present the Brawl from the Hall, ACC College Wrestling at the historic Memorial Hall right here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's the number 9 NC State Wolfpack in town to take on the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. The Memorial Hall, known for performing arts, but this is not the first time athletics has been the focus of Memorial Hall.
Now the Tar Heels use Memorial Hall for their end-of-the-year celebration, the Rammies, they call it. They have a ton of fun, as you can see. Joel James, one of the fencers from the Tar Heels, getting into it. They thought, why not bring wrestling to this place and see what kind of an environment they can have, hoping for the best here against the Wolfpack.
Dedicated in 1931, closed down in 2002, reopened in 2005 for outstanding performing arts. There'll be outstanding wrestling on display starting at 149, leading up to that big matchup at 141.
North Carolina, if they want to pull the upset, is going to have to win those matches where they're the underdog. Sam Spino ranked, Troy Holloman not. We're going to start off right away with that matchup.
When you flip the chart, though, your eyes immediately go to 141. Number 2, Kevin Jack. Number 3, Joey Ward.
And they are not strangers with each other. They have wrestled 4 times over the last couple of seasons, 2 of them coming in the NCAA championship. And wouldn't you know it, 2 and 3 have split those 4 matchups. 2 wins apiece for them, and it is going to be a lot of fun to close out the duel with that one.
NC State so good at 125, 133, and 141. Fowles, Morris, and Jack all qualified for the NCAAs a year ago. We start, as we said, though, at 149. Sam Spino, 17-5. Troy Heilman. This is the one that Kyle Straub, alongside me, Dean Linke, and Kyle, this is the one you said where if North Carolina could pull an upset, they could have a feeling maybe they could get this one.
Yeah, you see the ranking next to Spino's name, number 10 in the country at his weight class. There's a reason for that, and you're going to see those rankings throughout the night from both sides. But Troy Heilman is a guy who redshirted last year. The last time we saw him in dual meets was 2 years ago at 133 pounds. He's jumped up 2 weight classes, but at 133, he was an NCAA qualifier, so he's got the talent. Can he match the talent that Spino has? We'll see here in this first match.
We're underway, 149. Both coaches agreeing to have that featured match between Jack of NC State and Ward from Carolina as the final match of 10 here at Memorial Hall. How cool is it? Memorial Hall has been some incredible performers over the years here. Now to have wrestling is pretty neat, Kyle.
Yeah, and I think it was a no-brainer and a great job by both of those coaches before this duel started to realize they had that 2-3 match with Ward and Jack and make sure it was the highlight match.
Spino on the board early for NC State. As he gets the takedown, Heilman in trouble. Spino, 17-7 in his career, coming off that red shirt.
NCAA qualifier a couple of times. He's done it at 133 and 141 as he releases Heilman, who gets a point on the escape.
So Heilman on the board. Last time, Kyle, we were together for North Carolina, Nebraska. Nebraska, a dominant team that actually also beat NC State, although a little closer against the Wolfpack. Since then, though, the Tar Heels have put together some good results.
They have North Carolina's won 4 of their last 6 duels. After that, Nebraska drubbing is really what it was. Nebraska, one of the best teams in the country, really handed it to North Carolina. They came away with just 2 dual wins in that entire match. But they've got themselves on a little bit of a hot streak, and just 1 match gone in the ACC so far, so a win against the Wolfpack really could propel the Tar Heels to finish off the season. They've just got 1 more home match left after this.
NC State comes in 8-1. Their only loss, as we just mentioned, that loss to Nebraska. Here with 1 minute left in the first period, it's Spino with that early takedown, and then the release, Heilman on the board. It's 2-1. Shot there from Spino, able to get the leg, and another takedown for Spino.
So quick on that first move to get in and get the shot, got deep in on Heilman and nothing Troy could do. Last time they got down to the mat, Spino couldn't really make any progress with Heilman and he let him go.
You can see Pat Papalizio, Frank Beasley, Adam Hall, Obi Block, the NC State bench reacting to that takedown for Spino. Now with a 4-1 lead and 20 seconds and change left in the first. As Heilman trying to get 1 back. And Spino will force him out of bounds. Heilman so close to getting that release.
And if he can get up and get that escape point and cut the deficit to a 4-2 lead for Spino after this first, Heilman can feel okay going into the second period.
That was Coleman Scott, the top man for North Carolina, taking over a team that had a little bit of trouble, some negative publicity. Bill Lamb did such an amazing job for so many years, as you know, but now in his second season, it really is Coleman Scott's team now.
It is, and he's gone out there and he's got the recruits that he wants, the type of guys that he wants. And if you want to look just across the hall at the opposing head coach, both of these guys are alma mater is Oklahoma State. They have the same type of mentality, and look at where North Carolina State is right now, just a few years into the tenure of their head coach, and they're number 9 in the country.
So 2 takedowns for Spino in the first period. 1 escape for Heilman. As we go to the second, it's 4-1 with Spino on top, and Spino will be down. Let's see if Heilman can keep him down.
Spino's really an interesting story because you go back to his freshman year when he wrestled at 133 and he made the NCAA qualifier. Following year, he does it at 141, and then he's hit with a bout of mono the following year and misses 2 months of the season, and it really took him a while to recover. Heilman really trying to wrench him over here. He's got him in a good position with that arm locked.
Yeah, you could see Heilman with the encouragement of Coach Scott wanted to be on top.
Trying to get that left arm. If he can grab a hold of it, he'll be able to roll Spino over.
Spino was in some trouble there with the arm. Now he's reacting. Once again, Coach Scott barking instructions for North Carolina. This is the 98th time since the start of ACC competition these two teams have met in duels. Tar Heels currently lead the overall series 51, 44, and 2, but NC State's won the last 3 matchups. The Pack is looking for back-to-back wins at UNC for the first time since winning in 2000, and Heilman continues to...
You can see the right leg, a caution just put out there. That one is going to go against Spino, but you can see he's trying to keep that right leg to keep Heilman from getting around the side like Heilman does. The higher he can get, the more pressure he's going to put on that elbow and trying to get him to roll over.
Pretty much it's been Heilman riding Spino for almost the entire 2 minutes of the second. Spino making an attempt there. As Kyle Straub told you, a caution issued though to Spino. Final 8 seconds.
It doesn't look like Heilman's going to score any points in this round, but one thing he did do is eat into that riding time that Spino had built up in the first round. Pretty much takes that point out of the equation. He'll have some work to do from the bottom position here in the third round, though.
So final period, all 5 points coming in the first with Spino, those 2 takedowns, and that's where we are now. Heilman gets straight up. He looks like he's going to get another point here, and he does. Now it's going to be shoot time for Heilman, and he's got himself in this one, Kyle.
And he's got 40 seconds of ride time on the clock, so if he's able to score a takedown and get 20 more seconds, he gets that riding time point. Spino's so quick on that first move, though. You see him to get in and grab that right leg. Heilman in a tough spot. He's got to keep the head of Spino down low.
Yeah, you're right, though. What a shot from Spino. Heilman keeping those legs wide.
You can see him slowly working it back as well. He doesn't want to let Spino get into his body.
Out of bounds, it'll reset with 68 seconds remaining here in this first match. The brawl at the Hall, Memorial Hall in Chapel Hill. Another great shot from Spino.
This time he's got in deep on Heilman. Quick look up at the clock from Troy to see how much time he's got to work with. Now Spino's got the double leg.
Heilman looked at the clock, great call, Kyle, and realized he had to try to do something, but when he did, that gave Spino enough time to get around him. 2 more points, 3 takedowns for Spino, thus the 6-2 lead. Another release, so Heilman has got to go to work right away. We'll see if Spino will try to stall. Instead, Spino shoots. He decides to be the aggressor. Heilman gets around him.
He was able to recognize that same shot that Spino had gone for, just couldn't capitalize and get around to take him down himself.
12 seconds, though. Stop it at 11. Riding time, can't quite see. Is it in play right now, Kyle?
21 seconds, and it's still towards Heilman, so nothing that's going to factor into the score.
So your final 4 seconds. Spino hanging in, and Spino will win it 6-3. Number 10 in the country, Sam Spino, with those 3 takedowns, 2 in the first, and he holds on, but not a bad showing for Troy Heilman.
No, Troy, it showed some good work, especially on the ground. I think he actually was the better wrestler when they got down to the mat. Spino was just too quick on those shots to get in on the legs and earn himself those 3 takedowns and gets himself 3 points for his team to start the duel off.
So 3-0 NC State. As we move to 157, Thomas Bullard and Joey Moon. You see Bullard at 14-5 and Joey Moon at 11-9. Joey Moon from Hall River, North Carolina, South Alamance High School, not too far from Chapel Hill. Two-time North Carolina state champion was Moon, 40-0 his senior year, 59-33 in his career, 11-8 this year. But Bullard, a freshman, according to the coaches' rankings, the freshman from Lawrenceville is number 28 in the country.
Yeah, he came in, and depending on which source you want to look at, was ranked anywhere from 3rd to 7th in his weight class. He's put together a really good freshman year after having 3 straight Georgia 6A championships to come in.
At this level, it's a familiar theme, talking about incredible high school careers a lot of these wrestlers had. Going undefeated, though, is never easy. You can always expect maybe 1 or 2 slip-ups, and as we told you, Moon 40-0 his senior year.
Yeah, the ability to, that is not just your talent, but mental strength to go into every match and make sure you don't have a lapse once the entire year.
Bullard, Thomas, and his twin brother Daniel, both on the NC State team.
And these are 2 wrestlers that you're not going to see a ranking attached to their names, but the coaches come out with 4 rankings every year, and they just came out with their first one. Both of these guys in the top 35 in the weight class. They had Bullard at 28 and Moon at 25.
Halfway through the first. Nobody's really taken that first shot yet, though, Kyle.
Moon tried to snap down Bullard there, but he was already working his way around to the left side.
Moon had his right hand on the back of Bullard's neck, but as Kyle Straub told you, not able to snap him down. There's a shot and a great move by Moon. He'll hit 2.
There's a veteran move from Joey Moon.
So Moon with the takedown in 40 seconds remaining here in the first. Some riding time in play now for Joey Moon. Look at Bullard, though, trying to get wide.
Moon's working to try and get not possession, but trying to wrap that right arm. There you go, right underneath, just like we saw in the last match. When we saw Heilman trying to roll Spino over, that's exactly what Moon is looking to do here. Tough for us to see, but on the inside, you working right down low, trying to get that left arm as the clock is gonna save the NC State's Bullard. But Moon was trying to get that left arm to tuck it down in so he could roll him over.
Quick shot, and when he took that shot, Coleman Scott was off of his seat, erupting with pleasure as it's 2-0 here, headed to the second. Moon on top of Bullard.
You know, not so much it's going to be in the weight classes in the upper ones, but those lower weight classes, having Coleman Scott on this coaching staff for the Tar Heels has been so beneficial for them. Him wrestling last year, trying to qualify for the Olympics. So being able to get on the mat with these wrestlers really teaches them a lot.
Still 2-0, 40 seconds into the second. Just that takedown from Moon, and that didn't come till almost 2/3 of the first. It was already over. Now a shot from Bullard. He's able to flip up Moon. He'll try to turn around right now. No points given, though.
Moon's got to make sure to hold on to one of those feet. And now he's got the reverse, and he's going to get 2 points himself. Wow. That was a freshman mistake there from Bullard.
Yeah, Moon able to take advantage of the aggression of Bullard. We'll get 2. I think an escape point will come back. Let's see. Are they not going to give Moon the 2?
They did. They gave him.
There you go. 4-1. Great job, Kyle. 40 seconds remaining. But you're right, though. It was Bullard on the shot, on the attack, and Moon made him pay.
Yeah, once he got that leg of Moon, he just kind of forgot about his own legs and was just working and working and left himself open, and Moon, the veteran, redshirt junior, takes advantage of it. That was good upper body strength there from Bullard to hold Moon up and not allow him to get down to that leg.
Yeah, Moon shot twice, drug his knee, but well said from Kyle Straub as Bullard held him off. It's Bullard, though, behind 4-1. 6 seconds remaining here in the second.
Moon's had a nice little run for the Tar Heels in his last 4 bouts. He's gone 3-1. One of those wins over the 12th ranked Coughlin out of Wyoming.
That was big for Moon's confidence indeed. So Bullard will go down here, needing some points, 4-1 in the last period. It's 3-0 NC State. Spino able to get 3 points with the win over Heilman, just a decision by 3. 6-3 was the final score. He'll get the 3 points.
Good position here for Joey Moon. Looking to roll him over for those near fall points, but he left himself open.
Boy, Bullard able to pull through it and had Moon in trouble. Moon had to quickly flip over there. Reversal, though, coming.
Great reversal from Bullard. You can see the riding time in the background, under a minute for Moon, and continuing to go down is a stalemate call from the referee.
Coleman Scott. There's a couple words there with the referees.
Seen each wrestler leave themselves open, and the opposite wrestler with some very good wrestling moves to get around and get a reversal and get some points for themselves. Here's another great move from Moon.
Incredible, and Moon gonna get a point. It's 5-3, the escape for Moon. What an incredible flip through right there.
I don't even know what to call that. That was just athletic, that's what that was. Right in on the leg.
Yeah, on the whistle. Oh my. And 2 though for Bullard.
This is why they like the freshman so much. He was in a very precarious spot, worked and got himself around to tie it up with that takedown.
Boy, you wonder about Moon as well. He had the lead, had the time, and on the whistle, he did the quick shot. Bullard able to respond. That's been the theme of this one so far, Kyle.
It has. Reaction. We'll see how Bullard decides to work this one. He's going to get a stalemate called here. You don't want to let Moon up and out because that's a point that gives him the lead. But at the same time, the only way for you to score when you've already got him down is to try and get near 4 points.
So here goes Moon. See if he can get up and get that escape.
Bullard trying to wrap those legs around Moon, gets one in a tough spot now.
Moon, if he can break loose, one more leg, trying to get around. Bullard trying to hang on for 20-some seconds. Bullard doing everything he can. Moon looks like he's so close he'll get it. Moon with the escape and the 1-point lead, 6-5. 10 seconds remaining as North Carolina looking to tie it after 2.
And I think Bullard may be a little bit gassed now.
That Moon just going to escape him, and Moon gets the 3 points with the win.
Huge third period there from Bullard. Just ran out of gas and didn't have enough at the end. Some great wrestling from both sides, though. The reversals, the escapes, really entertaining match.
Yeah, excellent point. It looked like Moon was going to kind of run away with it, but Bullard was able to answer. Turned out to be an outstanding match, and 3 points coming out of it, though, at 157 for Joey Moon from Hall River, North Carolina. Now we move to 165. As it's Brian Heyman, the junior from Jackson, New Jersey, number 24 in the country, and Kevin Kane, the freshman from Milton, Georgia.
And we talked about a freshman that the NC State Wolfpack really liked in Bullard. Here's a freshman that the Tar Heels like in Kane. He's only wrestled in 2 duels for him this season, but 2-0 in those duels. They've sent him off to a couple of opens just to get some experience, and he's shown pretty well there. Went 3-2 at the Southern Scuffle earlier this year.
Devin Kane, 7-4 from Milton, Georgia. Heyman, who redshirted last year, but as Kyle Straub told you earlier, the coach is now ranking the wrestlers, and he's top 25 as well, I believe.
He came in at 24 in the coaches ranking, and I think they redshirted him last year because his first 2 seasons he wrestled at 149. He's jumped up 2 weight classes.
Wow, Kane has Heyman in trouble.
Hasn't gotten the points yet. He's looking for control. Coleman Scott asking why he hasn't.
Oh, wow, and just like that, though, Heyman able to get control again, and Heyman is on the board.
And I think Coleman Scott, the head coach for the Tar Heels, is going to challenge it. You can see him in the background there. The referee hears the challenge call from Coleman Scott. So the interesting thing with this is they'll go back and they'll look at it, and if the referee decides that there was a takedown, they'll go back to the point where he saw the points awarded to Kane and then restart the round from there. It was actually a situation that the Tar Heels had worked to their benefit in their last match against Iowa State. They had James Szymanski in their last match tied, and he was taken down. There was an illegal hold that wasn't seen by the referee. Coleman Scott challenged it. They go back and look at it, and the point's taken off the board.
Looks like the challenge unsuccessful, though, and they'll keep it as Heyman that 2-0 lead over Kane. Kane popped right up. Heyman was able to bring him down, and now Heyman can start with some riding time.
He's got Kane very close to rolling that shoulder over. You can see the right elbow of Kane sticking out. It's the only thing keeping him from getting some near fall points.
A lot of time left here in the first, and coming off of that challenge from Coach Scott, Heyman able to take control.
Referee in there very closely, and Heyman gives up on that side. Good job from Kane to fight and stay away from those near fall points. That takes a lot of energy out of you, especially when you've got another body laying right on top of you. Kane may have a little blood as they send him over to the bench.
So Kane will be treated for blood. As Kyle Straub told you, both these coaches, former stars at Oklahoma State. North Carolina, pretty impressive win over Iowa State.
Yeah, Tar Heels were actually up really big in that one. They were up 17-5 in that duel at one point. But a pin at 184 kind of made things interesting.
Pat Papalizio, 5th year as the head coach at NC State.
And like we've said a couple times, both of them from Oklahoma State, but you can see the trajectory for both of these programs. NC State already nationally relevant, and with Coleman Scott as the Tar Heel head coach, just a matter of time before they're constantly in that top 25.
Yeah, you think about NC State, and you think about their heavyweight superstar Gwizdowski, who won it his sophomore year after transferring from Binghamton, won it his junior year, And then his senior year, losing to Kyle Snyder, who went on to win the gold medal in the Olympics. So
Gwiazdowski was just a dominant wrestler for the Wolfpack for 3 years.
His first period dragging on a little bit. Kane also had to be treated for blood. And then, of course, the challenge from North Carolina head coach Coleman Scott.
Kane quickly went to his seat to try and swing around on Heyman.
You're watching ACC Wrestling here on ACC Network Extra. North Carolina, NC State, the Brawl in the Hall, Memorial Hall, dedicated in 1931. They actually closed it down in 2002 to do an unbelievable job refurbishing it. They raised millions of dollars to do just that, and it's just an amazing facility now.
It really is nice. Great venue they're having right here with this one. All 4 points going to be awarded to Heyman on that near fall, and he's going to roll him right over. You can see he's got that left leg controlled. Only thing that saves Kane was the horn to end that round. 6 big points, though, for Heyman.
6-0 after one. Of course, the technical fall, 15 points or more. Heyman will start down here in the second with that 6-0 lead.
And we talked about North Carolina trying to pull this upset over the 9th-ranked Wolfpack and needing to win those matchups when they go against a ranked wrestler. The other thing they need to do is make sure they don't get those bonus point losses, the major decision Tech falls.
Great point. Tech falls 5 points. Pin worth 6, that major decision worth 4. Right now through 2, your score North Carolina 3, NC State 3. Sam Spino to beat Troy Heilman 6-3 for 3 points, and then it was Moon over Bullard for a 3-point victory. Heyman escapes, and now it's 7-0. Hard to say, but you almost wonder, as Kane was able to get himself out of trouble there, he looked like he did have those 2 points, but then with that stoppage, he's not been the same.
No, and with a freshman, you never know what the mentality inside the head is, but it's a turning point absolutely in that first round.
50 seconds remaining here in the second. There's the shot from Kane.
One of the great things about wrestling, though, is you never give up, because it doesn't matter how far behind you are. If you can get both of the other opponents' shoulders down to the mat, you win.
Heyman showing some power, though. Kane looked like he had a leg, but those are tree trunks on Heyman.
And you can really kind of just tell the difference in body development in the college level between a freshman and a redshirt junior, senior. Every once in a while, though, you'll see a guy that comes in as a freshman that looks like he has a grown man body already. One of those we'll see a little bit later, North Carolina. Ethan Ramos looked like he was a senior when he was a freshman.
Final 10 seconds here of the second. It's been all Brian Heyman so far. Kane, if you just joined us, looked like he had a takedown early in the first. His coach, Coleman Scott, thought so as well. Stopped the clock, and since then it's been all that man right there in red, Heyman, as we go to the third with Heyman leading 7-0. Kyle, you know better than anybody that next point, if we can get that 8-point lead, that's worth an extra point on the scoreboard as well.
That gets you into what we were just talking about, those bonus point wins. They'll give you 4 points instead of 3 if he's able to get to that 8 to 14-point threshold. Here's another veteran thing, is you don't see him, because he needs just 1 more point to get there, you're not seeing him rush and try and just take a shot to take down Kane. Being patient, looking for his opening, and he may have just found it when Kane took that shot.
Go out of bounds. Yeah, right now, Devin Kane doing all he can to just try to get a leg of Heyman, but Heyman's so strong, able to throw him off, and Heyman looking comfortable right now.
Here we haven't actually counted in the riding time. Up over a minute for Heyman, so he does have that extra point.
So with the riding time, well over a minute, that would give Heyman an 8-0 lead here. 40 seconds remaining. Let's see if Kane can do anything.
And I really think you go back to that first round takedown, and it's not just a turning point because Kane doesn't get the points and Heyman does, but also like we talked about, it's a lot of time where Kane was on the bottom and Heyman was really making him work and tiring him out.
Kane at least was able to lift up Heyman, but Heyman hanging on, and there's Kane. That is huge, as he'll get 2 points there for the takedown. And knowing riding time, take a look at it. Looks like it's 1:15 right now. So the riding time will hold, though. Won't matter. If nothing else, give Kane credit for allowing Heyman only a 3-point victory.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Kane may be disappointed that he loses this one, but as a freshman, I can guarantee you that the coaching staff is going to say, look, you may have lost this one, but you kept it from being that bonus point loss with that late takedown. You kept working, you never gave up. Great scramble between the two of them there. Heyman was able to score first. The near fall points really what did it in for Kane. Here's one for the Tar Heels where a bonus point win really would help them towards the overall dual meet.
And the potential is there as you've got the talented Ethan Ramos, the junior from Hawthorne, New Jersey, two-time NCAA qualifier, taking on the freshman from NC State, Nick Reenan. And here comes Ramos. And you talk about, just as you said, I mean, muscles on top of muscles. Ramos out and ready.
All-American last year, two-time NCAA qualifier, like you said. Shockingly, just had his first ACC loss this season after going just running through the ACC last year on his way to a title. Has gone 3-1 against ranked opponents in dual meets.
So Reenan comes in ranked by the coaches number 30, though, as NC State definitely has some talented freshmen on the roster. And here's the thing, when you're a freshman, you don't know any better. Maybe you even kind of don't pay attention to what Ramos has done. You just go out there and try to take him on like any other wrestler.
Yeah, sometimes being a freshman and being oblivious will work to your advantage. Reenan was another guy who brought in by the Wolfpack coaching staff as a highly recruited wrestler, top 10 in the overall national rankings. Was a second team All-American according to A6 last year at 195 pounds.
One minute in here to the first period. Wipe off there from Ramos. Now Reenan steps back, and here they go again.
That loss I mentioned for Ramos, a close one, but he lost to Zach Epperly of Virginia, who he beat in the ACC title match last season. A little retribution for Epperly. Now you can see Ramos putting all that weight down right onto the head of Reenan.
Ramos is state champion in New Jersey in 2013. He's got a twin brother who wrestles at Shippensburg University. Ethan Ramos, big-time football player, track star, even a cheerleader, and academically very strong. He's the complete package. Obviously the first time Ramos has seen Reenan.
Good read there from Reenan.
Yeah, got that leg out of the way, right?
Ramos tried to go in and get that fireman hook.
Reenan, long and wiry.
Using that length to his advantage right now, making it hard for Ramos to get in on these shots.
You wonder, though, with that power, that upper body strength of Ramos. Oh, here we go. Look at Renan. Was able to flick him around, and Ramos comes right back.
You said it, that upper body strength. A nice snap from Renan, but Ramos just able to muscle him and take him down.
Renan comes right back up, though. It's 2-1. Looks like maybe some blood. There's a medical timeout. Boy, Renan was kind of able to just snap Ramos away, but then Ramos came right back.
Once he got in on those legs, there was nothing that Renan was going to do to try and stop it. On that collision coming down, I think, is where Ramos may have cut himself. I'm not actually sure which wrestler it is. It looks like they're working up on the top of the head of Ramos. Incidental headbutt. But a nice reaction from Renan. He got taken down and immediately was able to get back up to his feet to get that escape point.
Yeah, so it's 2-1 here in your final 10 seconds. The crowd loud and proud here as part of the brawl in the hall, Memorial Hall. Final seconds of the first. And Ramos with a 2-1 lead as we go to the second. 6-3 after 3, NC State leading North Carolina.
Ramos choosing the down position because of that quick escape. Just 9 seconds of riding time, and Ramos equals it, getting out of that one quickly.
So that makes it 3-1. There's that length of Renan again. A few inches taller than Ramos.
Stay strong.
30 seconds plus into the second. 3-1, Ramos on top of Renan.
It's the first dual meet in ACC for Renan as well. Against Duke, he won, but he won by a forfeit, so he didn't have to wrestle anybody.
I like what I see in Nick Renan, though, particularly since we've seen Ethan Ramos so much over the last several years. You know what he can bring, and Renan is not going down easy.
Ramos is not one of those wrestlers that just because he's ranked is going to take somebody else lighter. He usually gets those bonus point wins over lesser wrestlers, but Renan really holding his own so far through this one.
Ramos, though, with the right leg now of Renan. Trying to get him up in the air. He does. And then the trip takes him down. 2 more points now for Ramos. He's up 5-1, Kyle.
And this time he's got Renan flat on his stomach, so now Ethan can try and work. Try and use that upper body strength that we talked about and overpower Renan. You can see him wrapping in that left arm. Just may not have enough time left on the clock. 15 to go in the first or the second round.
So now it's not only that 4-point lead, but it's just the power and strength of Ramos wearing you down. We've seen that so many times in his career, and through 2, it's 5-1. Ramos, 2 valuable points here late in the second.
He was able to get in deep on that single leg, and once he got in behind Renan, was able to pull in close so that Renan couldn't stay back, keep his balance, and to sweep down to the takedown. 42 seconds of riding time. If he can keep Renan down here for at least the first 18, get up above a minute and give him another point.
Final period.
I think Ethan has bonus points on his mind, though. He'll probably look for this near fall, try and roll him over. There's a stall warning against Renan.
Renan looks like he's going to get up and away, and he does. It's 5-2.
Ramos just passed that minute threshold. It's at 1:02 on riding time.
What do you think, though, Kyle? Ramos, if he can hang on and if the points stay the way they are, Renan might be trying to do really exactly what we just saw Kane do for North Carolina.
Stay
just
away
keep
from
it
the
close.
bonus point wins, yeah. And I think, honestly, it just hasn't been that easy for Ramos to get the takedowns of Renan because he would need multiple of them to get to that bonus point.
60 seconds left in this one. Ramos up by 3. Anything can happen, as Kyle Straub told you. Ramos now in pretty good position though, trying to spin Reenan. Reenan hanging on and finally gives up. Just too much power from Ramos, and 2 more points at 7-2. Riding time over a minute. That's 8-2. So close. So close. 2 more points.
He's going to let him up and try and get another takedown. And on the double leg. Just as I say, it wasn't that easy. Ramos shows you why he's 7th in the country. Back-to-back takedowns. Got the 7-point lead with a minute of riding time. He's into that bonus point victory right now. We saw Kane with a very late takedown to get back to just a decision. See if Reenan can do the same for the Wolfpack.
So it's 10-3. NC State coach thought maybe, I think Reenan was out of bounds, but going to give him the points. It's 10-3, and boy, that would be big for North Carolina if they can hang on here. That extra point of riding time. He's got 20 seconds left. Oh my, Reenan. Ramos going to try to hold him off, and Reenan gets the escape.
He does get that 1 big point though.
Huge.
Back to a 6-point match.
9 seconds remaining. Ramos knows it. Remember that play right there from Reenan. 10-4 as Reenan throws Ramos down. That escape, Kyle, great point.
Huge point. He didn't need to get the takedown to stay away from a bonus point loss.
Final seconds. Riding time over a minute. 11-4, but that still falls within the 1 to 7 point decision for just 3 points, and through 4 matches, it's North Carolina 6, NC State 6.
And that's something that you can always watch for in wrestling. Within a match, there is also a match. Within this one, Ramos winning, but it was, can he get that extra point, or vice versa, can Reenan stay away from giving up that extra point?
All right, so a little bit of a surprise here. We were made aware of it late, really late, but at 184, Anderson Pope, who's also from the Triangle, nearby Orange High School. It's in Hillsborough, North Carolina, just not even 10 miles away. It'll be Anderson Pope taking on number 11 in the country, number 10 in some rankings, the junior from Monroe, North Carolina, talking about Michael Machiavello. Machiavello comes in at 17-4.
It'll be interesting to see how Pope does in this match. His first match he's going to be wrestling in 2 years for the Tar Heels, as he did not wrestle last season. Weighed in at 174 for this one, so he's wrestling up for a weight class. When he did wrestle his freshman year, Pope went 8-11, but 4 of those 8 wins were by pin. Indeed, as we get into 184 pounds, I got to give a quick shout out to a former Tar Heel friend of mine I know is listening to this one down in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel Lamas, former Tar Heel wrestler. Hope everything's going well, buddy.
So I think it may have been a late, it says Michael, I think it may be Nikki Hall at 184 that slipped in there as well for NC State. We'll get confirmation, but I think I heard him say Nikki Hall is in. We'll confirm that. In the meantime, though, in trouble is Anderson Pope.
Yeah, quick takedown of Pope. And now with both arms in behind him, really just needs to keep those hips sideways. If those hips get rolled over, he is in real big trouble.
Okay, so it is Hall. Pope having trouble as well with his guard. You can see it going across his face. And Hall on top 2-0. You see the name now up there.
And Hall, wrestling in his first duel of the season for the Wolfpack, has done really well unattached in some opens. He won the Wilkes Open, went 5-0 in that open for the Wolfpack.
set here, 1:10 remaining in the first, with Nikki Hall in there, not Machiavello. So we thought maybe it would be Chip Ness as well, or Lance Armenta, and it's neither one of those for North Carolina. It's Pope versus Hall.
A couple of curveballs from both sides.
Curveball at 184 with the score tied at 6 apiece.
Sometimes coaches will not reveal who they're going to wrestle just to keep the other team off guard, especially when you're going to have a new guy like Pope going out there. But Tar Heels, I'm sure, not ready for Hall to be the opponent that he was going against.
.45 seconds remaining here in the first. It's Hall on top, 2-0. Pope's been in trouble quite a bit of this first.
Yeah, the early takedown from Hall, and he's really controlled things on the mat since then.
He's stalling! He's stalling!
Pope from Orange High School. A rare opportunity here. The head coach Coleman Scott. Final 10 seconds. Riding time ridiculously in favor now of Hall. And the first period is over. Pope just glad to be out of it.
Took Hall just 20 seconds to take Pope down, but 2 minutes and 38 seconds of riding time he got in that first round. Unfortunately, though, for Hall, he only got 2 points, so this match very much up in the air.
Let's see what Pope can do as Hall starts down, 184-pound weight class. And no problem for Hall to get up and get another point with the escape. It's 3-0 NC State, Hall on top. Shot there from Hall.
Able to get out on that single of Pope. Can see Anderson keeping his body up and over Hall so he can't get in and get control for those 2 points. Good job there from Pope. Good defense after letting that leg get taken by Hall.
Nikki Hall. There's a little energy there from Pope. He's trying to release, looking for a shot. Nothing doing, stays high. Less than 30 remaining here in the second. There's a shot coming from Hall. He'll get the leg of Pope. Once again, Pope trying to stay on top so he doesn't let Hall get those 2 points.
Pope using his weight to push it right down into the shoulders, the back of the neck of Hall. Hall has done a good job so far in this match, Dean, of using that left hand, putting it right in the face of Pope, and then using it to take a shot. Just hasn't been able to capitalize once he's gotten a leg, though. You can see him putting the hand right in the face of Pope again.
Final seconds, though, of the second period. It's been all Nikki Hall. He leads Anderson Pope 3-0. 184, tied at 6 apiece here through 4. The 5th match from Memorial Hall. There's your team score, 6 apiece. All won by decision. A couple close ones almost going to majors, but it was almost the losing wrestler making the biggest difference so far
really,
those last 2.
Weird to say, but that's exactly how it was. Is the guys that were losing getting late points to make sure they lost by just a decision instead of getting those bonus point losses. Hall with a good shot deep in on the leg of Pope.
got Pope in a little bit of trouble here as Pope trying to balance just on one leg.
Pope going back to the same defense that he used last time, turning away and then trying to get the leg loose. And again, he's able to use that maneuver and get away.
Good flexibility there from Pope.
He's got to try and find a way to get some offense going, though.
For nothing, Nicky Hall. He's also got the riding time near 2:30. Pretty much all of that came in the first. I think all of it came.
Yeah, all of it came in the first on that takedown right away.
Final 20 seconds. And once again, the same defense for Pope will prevent Hall from getting points, Kyle, but it won't prevent Hall from winning 3 more points for NC State. As we count down the final 4, NC State will now have a 9-6 lead.
Good match there from Hall. Has some stuff to work on, but he gets the victory. He puts his team in front halfway through this match.
Going to take a break, come back at 197 through 5. NC State leads North Carolina 9-6. It's ACC Wrestling on ACC Network Extra. It's the Brawl from the Hall. Welcome back to the Brawl at the Hall, Memorial Hall, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. ACC Wrestling on ACC Network Extra through 5 matches. It's NC State 9, North Carolina 6. Of course, all building up, as you see, to that 141-pound matchup between number 2 Kevin Jack from the Wolfpack and number 3 Joey Ward from the Tar Heels. And here's the thing, Kyle, we weren't sure what the score was working our way up to that marquee matchup, but right now it's anybody's game.
Yeah, you hope that that last match is the one that decides the duel, but you're never really sure. And going into it, we thought whether it's a match or not that's going to matter for the duel, it's going to be fun, 2 versus 3. Halfway through it, it's looking like that match may be a very pivotal one. I really am interested, though, in this one that we have coming up right now. Malik McDonald and Daniel Chide, both unranked wrestlers. North Carolina down by 3. If they can get a win and even it up going into the last 4, I really feel like they've got to be high on how their match has gone so far.
So 197, Malik McDonald comes in at 15-6 against Daniel Shade. He's 10-11 for the North Carolina Tar Heels. They've got the Brawl at the Hall set up in dramatic fashion. A little bit of smoke coming out as well. The lights going. It's
got to have the theatrics if you're in a theater, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Performing Arts center stage here at the beautiful Memorial Hall. As we mentioned, it was dedicated in 1931. In 2002, they completely did a redo. It took 3 years to see Daniel Shea, the junior from San Jose, getting set. And it's just fantastic in here.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. It looks great. And I'll tell you what, the wrestling team probably going to have more of their dual meets in this building because the crowd has been really good for this meet tonight. And I would say it's about 3/4 of the way full in Memorial Hall.
So through 5, take a break, and we start up with the final 5 leading up to that marquee match, as we've said before, at 141. This is 197, Malik McDonald, sophomore from Hope Mills, North Carolina for NC State. Danny Shade, the junior from San Jose, California, and they're underway.
Shade has come in, lost his last 3 duels, but he's had some tough ones. He's had to go against the 3rd-ranked Jared Hall of Virginia Tech and then the 8th-ranked Patrick Downey of Iowa State. Lost both of them, but lost them by a combined 6 points.
With the team score, NC State 9, North Carolina 6. Well, it looks like they may have moved Machiavello actually down, so not Malik McDonald. That makes sense because Machiavello, number 10 at 184. Looks like he's moved down to 197 if they've got that right.
And if that's the case, that's not completely uncommon for Machiavello, who has throughout his career moved between 84 and 97. Misses on a shot there, though.
Nice snap.
Machiavello, redshirted last year for NC State, went 12-3 on attach, though. High point of the season was when he won the Penn State Open, sweeping his way to that title.
So Machiavello was slated at 184, moved down and slid in there instead of Malik McDonald.
How about for Machiavello? 17 wins on the season, 11 of them bonus point victories.
.50 seconds remaining in this one.
Good snap there for Machiavello to get in on the leg.
Shade 9-11 on the season. Final 20 seconds remaining in this one. Neither Shade or Machiavello really have committed to a deep shot. We saw the one back up, but what are you thinking? Through three, not a whole lot of action.
You'll see that a little bit more at the heavier weight classes where you're not going to have the burst of speed and quickness. There's a shot for Machiavello, a little too late though, as the horn will sound. But as they get a little bit heavier, it's more about power and technique than it is about speed and burst.
Good look at Daniel Shade. He's going to stay up. Machiavello down. See Machiavello trying to get his weight underneath him. Flipping Shade for a moment. Almost flipped him over. Power of the legs. That was all legs right there by Machiavello.
Great scramble from both guys.
They still have not awarded the points though. And NC State.
We're going to get a challenge from the Wolfpack.
Yeah, he's going to challenge it.
That's one.
Well, he thought he was. Now he backed away from it though, as it looked like, I think he saw Machiavello in pretty good form. Still no points awarded. Now Machiavello will get the point, so no need for the challenge.
Gets the one on the escape, and there's one of the weird things is, do you want to challenge it? Because like we said, if you do and they go back and they say that the points happened, everything that was already on the board gets taken off. So you don't really want to hurt your wrestler if they're in a position where they can score.
But I think that was the decision made right there by Pat Papalizio as he backed away from it. Here's Shade with a trip. Machiavello goes tumbling down, tries to tumble out of it.
When he tried to tumble out of it, he put himself in a very precarious situation. Just got lucky that they were on the edge of the circle. Shade was very close to getting 2 points on that takedown.
Machiavello.
Shade looks a little tired here.
Machiavello going up a weight to 197. As Kyle Straub told you, though, he does that often.
As I say, he was looking a little tired. Maybe he was trying to bait Machiavello in on the single leg.
Shade so close. Man, he was so close. He's got to be frustrated. So close to getting some points.
Multiple times right on the edge. And they went out of the circle, and that cost him getting the secure the leg and the 2 points, and then the horn to end that round. Just a 1 point match, though. Shade, the bigger the two wrestlers, using his size, standing up immediately.
And he'll get the escape, so we're tied at 1. Machiavello gave one effort to try to.
And at 184, he probably is able to pick that wrestler up and bring him back down to the mat, but add 13 pounds onto a wrestler, not going to happen.
Shot from Machiavello. Shade. No problem with that shot. Now they both stand up again.
Did a great job of lengthening his body and getting his legs free to Jade. Trying to toss Machiavello.
Machiavello.
Jade still taking shots, but he is gassed out there.
Yeah, Machiavello, there's no way he's anywhere near 197, I don't think either, you know, so he's just all power and muscle. Said it, the crowd getting into it, both levels here. It's pretty full here at Memorial Hall.
You've got to look around to try and find an open seat.
You really do. You can feel it here. It's 1-1. This is a big match here. Building up towards Kevin Jack and Joey Ward at 141.
Shade nearly had the double leg. Machiavello able to show off some of that upper body strength.
Out of bounds with just 17 seconds remaining. You're right, Shade does look tired though.
Thought about trying to circle around there. One last shot.
So close for Shade, they'll wave it off, and through 3, we'll have some extra wrestling.
Well, it was dead heat through 4. Wolfpack wins the 5th one. Why not go to overtime here in this 6th? Sudden death. First wrestler to score some points gets the victory.
Seconds here in overtime. Will either one take a shot?
Machiavello trying to snap Jade down. There's a shot.
He just seems to run into a wall there with Shade, though. He shoots again, though, as they stand up. Shade gets around, trying to get those legs of Machiavello. So close. Shade trying to turn him. Trouble, though, back. Shade in trouble, spins back. He may have the points, and he does. And Shade with a huge victory for North Carolina. Machiavello goes for it, and Shade, to the delight of the crowd, with the takedown and the win in overtime. Flex those muscles, Daniel Shade. What a move here late from Shade, able to spin out of it. And Machiavello knew it, and the North Carolina Tar Heels have tied it here at 9s. So that'll push us to 285. Mike Kosoy, the senior from Boca Raton, Florida. And for UNC, it's Corey Daniel, the sophomore from Fulton, Maryland. Corey Daniel, 15-8 on the season, 23-26. His high school career, he was 162-22. He was undefeated his junior and senior year. Team score now tied at 9-6. As the 285 heavyweight. Daniel and Kosoy. Kosoy comes in number 21 in the country. We talked about filling those shoes, though, of the great Gwizdowski, who's still with USA Wrestling. Won it his sophomore and junior year, lost to Kyle Snyder of the Ohio State Buckeyes his senior year, did Gwizdowski. And in steps Mike Kosoy. As Kyle Straub told you earlier, in the upper weight classes, less shots, less points. What a huge victory, though, for Danny Shea, the junior from San Jose, California. The crowd chanting, "Go Heels," the entire time, erupted with the Shea victory. A little over a minute left here in the first. It's Corey Daniel from Fulton, Maryland. We said before, did not lose a match his junior and senior year. Kosoy, half a shot, held off by Daniel. Right in the center of the mat, Daniel and Kosoy. What a match it's been. Through 6, we are tied at 9 apiece thanks to that overtime win from Shade. "15 seconds remaining here in the first. We count it down here. North Carolina has actually been docked a point for unsportsmanlike conduct, so your official score is 9-8, not 9-9. Thank the truck for that. Nelson Hurst, Josh Revis and the gang. There's your team score, 9-8. Wow. Daniel looking to earn that first point, trying to earn it quickly. And they keep in mind here, the stage right in front of the crowd is both Daniel and Kosoy at 285. You could hear the front row there erupt just a little bit as they were close. Second period underway, still no score. Kosoy trying to hold down Daniels. Daniel both times after the whistle, quickly up. He's up again here. Still moving, out of bounds again. Boy, that was so close a moment ago from Kosoy and Daniel coming over the edge. What a scene here at Memorial Hall for the Brawl in the Hall. Beautiful Performing Arts Center right on the campus of University of North Carolina. Majestic outside, majestic inside. And you're home today to ACC Wrestling, North Carolina and NC State. And the score is 9-8. North Carolina deducted a point for sportsmanship behavior. There's your first point, though, for Corey Daniel. Daniel gets that all-important point. He was working at it. He'll get it. And now with just over a minute remaining, it's 1-0, a minute remaining in the second. Corey Daniel, North Carolina on top of NC State. Boy, if that 1 point comes into play for unsportsmanlike conduct, that'll be hard for the Tar Heels to take. It's the heavyweight weight class, 285. "30 seconds remaining here in the second. Of course, Kosoy will be down to start the third. Final 15. There's a shot coming from Kosoi. Daniel to flip away. In the final 9 seconds, you think Daniel will be content, knowing that he'll be on top of Kosoi to start the third. And that's exactly where we're going. Daniel, the escape, 1 point. Now Kosoi will do his best in this 2-minute third to also get the escape. Let's see if Daniel will try to hang on initially. Quick whistle as Kosoi pops right up. Kosoi. Daniel quickly up. As Kosoi burst up. Daniel took him right back down. Now they'll push out of bounds. So 14 seconds expired and they'll do it again. Daniel on top, Kosoi on the bottom, looking for that escape point to tie it. It's 9-8. NC State leads North Carolina through 6. All building up toward the marquee match. Number 3, Joey Ward from North Carolina versus number 2, Kevin Jack at 141. And there's a point first, the escape given. Tied at 1. Now they'll both stand here with 140 remaining. Tied at 1 here in the heavyweight. At 197, it was Danny Shade able to knock off Michael Machiavello, but Shade took his headgear off. I'll show that to you, and that's where the point deduction comes in play. 55 seconds remaining here in the third, and we could have our second back-to-back overtime match. Final 30 seconds. Daniel with the escape in the second. Kosoi with the answer here in the third. Kosoi takes a shot. Once again, they go over and they come off the stage. We wondered if that would happen, and it did. As we got a little WWE wrestling here as Kosoi goes over the edge. And luckily, he's okay. So we wondered if it was going to happen. It was these two that almost happened in the first, and Kosoi does come over the edge. Daniel rolls over, almost falls over the edge, but Kosoi looks to be okay. Final 10 seconds with overtime looming. And that's where we'll go. Shade and Machiavello went to overtime at 197, and now Daniel and Kosoi will do the same here at 285. NC State 9, UNC 8. We'll show you after this one why that 1 point difference. Of course, it'll be more depending on who wins this one. 30 seconds remaining. Kosoi trying to make a move. So is Daniel. They spin around. They go out of bounds. And so close right there to Kosoi getting some points. So close. 26 seconds remaining. With the whistle, both wrestlers step back. Shot attempt coming from Daniel for a moment, slid on one knee, then stood up by Kosoi. Countdown. Still at 1.
Scores University of North Carolina 1. North Carolina State 1. Advance 2, 30 seconds.
Now they get 2 30 seconds. So both wrestlers have an opportunity for an escape. Kosoy scrambling around. Kosoy appealing that Daniel was just trying to throw him out of bounds. 26 seconds remaining. You know the deal, 2 30-second overtimes. Both wrestlers looking for that escape point. Kosoy does his job, gets his point. Now it's 2-1. Final seconds, and Daniel knows what he's got to do when he gets his shot, and he'll get it right now. So now Daniel will go down. He's got to get up.
University of North Carolina disadvantage. North Carolina State 2, University of North Carolina 1.
2-1 score. Daniel pops right up. Got to get back on his feet. He does. Kosoy trying to get him out of bounds. Daniel, boy, he goes right back down again. Coach Scott thought for sure he had his point before he was out of bounds. Didn't get it. So Daniel got 20 seconds to get that point. Kosoy trying to hang on. Once again, they go out of bounds. "15 seconds remaining. Daniel's got to get up. He stands up, trying to break free. Kosoy pushing him out again. Stall warning against Kosoy. It's 2-1. Caution to Kosoy. 9 seconds. Daniel flips over, gets out. And it's 2-2. Final count. Back to sudden death again. Dean Linke, a little technical difficulty with Kyle Straub. He'll bring you the next match. It's Kosoy and Daniel. Tied at 2, fourth overtime. It's 17 seconds in favor of Kosoy as well. 15 seconds remaining. Daniel takes a shot. Go out of bounds, 9 seconds. Final seconds here in this fourth overtime.
Scores University of North Carolina 2, North Carolina State 2. Advance for 2.
It's still 2-2.
University of North Carolina selects disadvantage.
First down, he's up, 3-2. Back to a 30-second back and forth overtimes again. Kosoy, can he get around Daniel? He can't. Stalemate. He'll stand back up.
Stalemate, neutral start.
Final 5 seconds here. And Kosoy will have a chance for his point. Long one here at 285. Sixth overtime. Can Daniel hang on for 30 seconds? Kosoy gets his point immediately. Daniel tries to shoot. So here we go. We're tied at 3 again. What a battle here. At heavyweight, Daniel tries to go for it. Points coming for Kosoy, and 2 huge points indeed, as Kosoy will win it for NC State. What a battle by Daniel. He had to go for it. A handshake there. Kosoy the winner. And 3 big points coming for Mike Kosoy. Boy, so much history at the heavyweight in the last few years, of course, with the Gwiz. All right, now keep in mind at 197, you'll see Shade. He'll win it. He'll take off his headset, and he'll throw it in the air, and they'll deduct a point right there for unsportsmanlike conduct. Gets into the crowd, but that point could be costly, as we'll switch it to Kyle Straub for the call of Sean Files versus James Szymanski.
Szymanski looking to pull an upset for the Tar Heels, something he did in the last match against Iowa State. Szymanski, the last bout of that duel, pulling the upset over Marcus Simmons, who was ranked 15th in the country at the 125-pound weight class. Foss, a late add, a late scratch was Tommy Cox, who was originally on the lineup for the Wolfpack. There's it on a leg is Szymanski. Foss looking for the 2 points and does get it. First points of the match go to Foss. Last 2 wrestlers for Szymanski have been ranked. He is 1-1 against them, as I said, beating Marcus Simmons and losing to number 2 Joey Dance of Virginia Tech in the first ACC duel this season for Szymanski. Nearly was able to get an escape there. First match for Foss at 125 pounds. He's going 16-4 this season at 133. Moving down a weight class for this dual meet. 16-4, 4-1 in duels is Foss on the year. 8 of those 16 wins, so half of them coming by bonus point victories. Szymanski up and release. He'll get 1 point on the escape. It's a 2-1 match. Good snap there from Faust. Szymanski in on a leg. Trying to work around to the back of Faust to secure that leg and get the 2 points. And there's a stalemate from the referee. Second time this round that Szymanski has been able to get in and get a leg for a takedown, just couldn't secure it for the points. Tar Heels trailing 12-8 in this duel. That 1 point coming away for the unsportsmanlike conduct after the 197-pound weight class win. Could turn out to be very big. Szymanski in some trouble here, down 4-1 as Faust gets another takedown here in the first round. Riding time already at 1:10 for Faust, looking to finish off the first round. And he will take that 4-1 lead. 2 takedowns for Faust. Szymanski, the sophomore from Shoreham, New York, start in the top position here for the second round. Szymanski able to get that win over Simmons with a late takedown as Faust gets the escape. Now 5-1, the headgear had come loose. Faust was ready to go without it, but the referee going to make him put it on. We'll get a restart. And a 5-1 lead for Faust, looking to give the Wolfpack control of this duel for the first time. North Carolina has hung with them as these two teams have literally traded each bout so far. Things started off with a win at 149 for Sam Spino. Joey Moon with a win at 157. And it was Brian Heyman at 165 for the Wolfpack getting the decision. Ethan Ramos at 174 for the Tar Heels getting the win. Hall with a win at 184, gave it a 9-6 lead for the Wolfpack. Halfway through it, we took our break, came back, and Danny Chade with a really good overtime win over McDonald. Got a little bit, over Machiavello, got a little bit too excited, and instead of being 9-9, had 1 point taken away, so a 9-8 score, and then that great match we just saw at 285 that we saw Kosoy come out on top of. So far, it has been all Faust in this match at 125, the 4-point lead over Szymanski. Two bouts left to go after this one, 133 pounds, and our highlight 141. That one is Kevin Jack and Joey Ward, respective 2 and 3 wrestlers at 141-pound weight class. 15 seconds to go here in round number 2. The lone point for Szymanski coming off an escape in the first round. A couple of takedowns from Faust and an escape here in the second. We'll go to the third and final round. Szymanski with some work to do, and he will start in the down position. Minute and 3 seconds of riding time for Faust on the clock. So essentially right now a 5-point lead as Szymanski is able to escape quickly. For Szymanski to start working here quickly. Was able to get a leg a couple of times as Faust is able to get a leg and another takedown as he drags down Szymanski from behind. It's a 7-2 lead, and with that riding time, an 8-2 lead. Right on the precipice of a major decision, and that would give 4 more points to the Wolfpack. Szymanski not able to escape that time. Wolfpack looking to win back-to-back meets in Chapel Hill for the first time in 20 years. Here's some near full points. 2 more points added to that total for Faust. It's a 9-2 lead. And with that riding time, it's going to give him a bonus point victory if he can hold on. Still has 50 seconds to go in this match, though. Stalemate called. We'll get a restart with Szymanski in the bottom position. We'll need to look for an escape to keep away from that major decision loss. 32 seconds on the clock. Szymanski gets a caution on the quick start. First caution against Szymanski. Able to roll over and does get the escape. Back to a 7-point match. There's a shot from Foss. Szymanski is going to be taken down again. An 8-point lead for Foss. Looks like he's going to be able to ride this one out. He's going to get our first bonus point victory of the duel, as Sean Faust gets the 9-point win over James Szymanski. 4 more points to the Wolfpack, and all of a sudden they have doubled up the Tar Heels. It is 16-8 with just 2 bouts to go. As we move to the 133-pound weight class, we'll hand it back over to Dean Linke.
133 pounds for North Carolina State.
Great call from Kyle Straub as we share time here at the Brawl at the Hall, Memorial Hall. NC State, though, starting to widen their lead, as Kyle Straub just told you, as we push forward to 133. Jamal Morris for NC State, number 15 in the country, NCAA wrestler a year ago, the sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And for North Carolina, it'll be Nicholas Lorette, the freshman from Louisiana. What a great test for Lorette to take on an NCAA qualifier from a year ago. (16-8), NC State on top of North Carolina. So the Tar Heels looking for minimally a couple major decisions here, but it won't be easy. Jamal Morris, along with Faust and Jack, those three at 125, 133, and 141, all in the NCAAs a year ago. So you talk about Gwiazdowski, an incredible job he did at heavyweight for NC State, but the lightweight's also very good a year ago for the Wolfpack. And right away, it's Morris on top, 2-0. And Morris has Lorette, the freshman, in trouble. Morris has that ideal body at 133, kind of long and lean with some power. Usually will face smaller wrestlers. And Morris with that 2-0 lead. Lorette trying to spin out. Morris tosses him back into play. Riding time, though, being generated here by Morris. Kyle Straub will have the call for number 2, Kevin Jack from NC State. Number 3, Joey Ward at 141, the marquee match, as it's Morris on top of Lorette, 2-0, 126 left here in the first. Lorette trying to get that first point, and he does. Up with the escape, it's 2-1. Lorette with the shot. And again, those long, wiry legs, though, of Morris, tough to get to. Morris still in bounds, trying to bring Lorette back in. Riding time at 57 seconds for Morris, so just 3 seconds away from that coveted extra point. 16-8 is the score. Through 6 matches, it was 9-9 for a moment, Then as we showed you earlier, Danny Shade with the headgear toss. And look at that, Lorette with 2 points. He's taking the lead on Morris, 3-2 with a takedown. Final seconds of the first period. And Lorette's got to be feeling pretty good with that 3-2 lead on Morris.
Let's go, Pat!
North Carolina State 2. University of North Carolina first. North Carolina State selects disadvantage.
Good look at Lorette from Louisiana. Morris, the sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here's the team score, 16-8. Big points coming from fouls for NC State at 125 to widen the gap. A 4-point win, the first 4-point win of the day. Morris able to tie it up easily with that escape. What a crowd here at Memorial Hall, and Lorette bringing the goods here, gets 2 more back, much to the delight of his head coach, Coleman Scott. What a job he's done in his second season as the top man. And how about Lorette? This would be a shocker indeed. Kyle Straub told us that if North Carolina was going to have a chance in this, they were going to need to upset somebody from the Wolfpack, and not obviously a lot of time left, but it's 5-3 right now. Lorette on top, 133-pound weight class. Worth saying one more time, the brawl at the Hall. We are at Memorial Hall. Escape coming from Morris. He gets 1. It's now 5-4. Morris still has that riding time over a minute as well. So 5-4 Lorette. Score is right on your ACC Network extra screen. What a great shot from distance right there. Some big time performers have played here over the years. Shot coming from Lorette. Lorette's got the leg of Morris. They'll try to spin it around. Lorette showing some power here. Incredible turn of events at 133. 7-4 Lorette. Final seconds of the second. He's got a 3-point lead. (7-5) though, as Morris got one back. So a 2-point lead. Morris got that late escape. So we go to the final period with Lorette on top, 7-5, both men standing. Can Lorette hang on? Morris snapping the head down of Lorette. Now you can see him thinking about getting the legs and arms around him. Lorette throws him off. What a season a year ago for Morris.
Suck it up, State, let's go!
1:10 remaining. Nicholas Lorette from UNC comes in the match 3-7, 2-3 in duels, 0-1 in the ACC. He's in trouble now though, and there's 2 points. We're tied. Morris has tied it here, 7-7. And the experience of Morris coming into play here, and he's only a sophomore, but phenomenal freshman campaign. Lorette able to get that escape. It's 8-7. Now Lorette. Can he hang on? 17 seconds remaining, 15 seconds. Coaches must be telling the time. Tries to head out of bounds, 10 seconds remaining. Lorette with a 1-point lead, spun around. And they'll reset with 6 seconds to go, and Lorette on top by 1. This as a setup to the marquee match around the corner. Between Joey Ward and Kevin Jack, final seconds, Lorette trying to escape trouble. And Lorette will get the win over number 15, Jamel Morris. What a win for the Tar Heels, 3 points. We'll push it to 16-11, and that will set the table for 141. Joey Ward and Kevin Jack, called by Kyle Stroud.
Big upset from Nicholas Lorette at 133. Breathe some life into North Carolina. We go to our 10th and final bout, the highlight match of the night. Number 2 versus number 3, Kevin Jack and Joey Ward. Just 3 combined losses between these 2 wrestlers. And as we told you in the open, they are not strangers with each other. 4 previous matches between these 2, they have split them 2 apiece. Joey Ward won the first one, and the only other regular season matchup, it was in a dual meet last season. In the ACC championship, Joey was also against Jack, lost that one. He was able to win last year in the NCAA championship and eliminate Jack. Jack did the same to Ward the previous season. Tar Heels down by 5, so for Ward, would need a technical fall or a pin in order to give his team the tie or the win. Very important right now, though, for the NCAA qualifying, where both of these guys will be ranked when they get to that point. Both wrestlers, 2015 All-Americans after making it to the NCAA tournament. Ward has been there 3 years for North Carolina, redshirted 1 season. Jack, a junior, has been there twice. Each wrestler coming in on a very hot streak as well. Ward winning 17 of his last 18 matches. And for Jack, setting a new school and career record with 20 straight matches coming into this one. The losses on the year for Joey Ward, both 2 ranked wrestlers. Logan Everett early in the season, number 15 in the country of Army. He lost 4-7 to Everett, and also lost to Dean Heel, number 1 in the country out of Oklahoma State. Another close one, as Ward lost 1-3. He did avenge one of those losses. That was to Everett just a couple of weeks ago in the duel the Tar Heels took on Army. Ward got a win 5-3. Still looking for our first points of this round, halfway through it. Jack also with just that one loss that came to a ranked opponent. It was his 3rd match of the season. And he lost to number 7, Randy Cruz of Lehigh, 7-3. That one was in sudden death. Difference in this bout has been one major decision. That came at 125 for NC State as Ward nearly had the takedown. Jack with good positioning now. Both wrestlers right on the edge, neither person with a point. Ward is going to go down as Jack finally gets the takedown. First 2 points of the match. The previous 4 bouts, as I said, split between these guys. A total of 4 points has separated them in the last 3 that they've wrestled. Ward up to his feet looking to score an escape before this clock will go away for the first period. It doesn't look like he's going to as he's taken back down to the mat, and Jack will have the 2-0 lead after the first round. 24 seconds of riding time accumulated for Jack, who will start in the down position to begin the second period. Two of the 3 last matches have been won by bonus point wins for Joey Ward. He needs another big one here in order to give the Tar Heels a shot at tying or winning this duel. The 9th ranked wrestler that Ward has faced this season. 7-1 so far. Jack working, looking for the escape, and will get it. He's got a 3-0 lead. In on a shot, and he's got the left leg of Ward. 2 more points on the takedown as he gets control of that back ankle. It's a 5-0 lead for Kevin Jack. Right on the edge, and they will go out of the circle. We'll get a restart. Couple of takedowns from Jack as well as an escape. And he is sitting in the driver's seat here in this final bout. Ward trying to circle away from Jack, who brings him right back down to the mat. Jack now accumulating riding time, getting up close to that minute. He's at 45 seconds. He's got control of the upper body of Joey Ward, pulling that head down. You can see Joey trying to fight. And out of the circle they'll roll. Minute 4 on the clock when we get a restart. A 5-0 lead for Kevin Jack. Coleman Scott having a word with one of the referees. Tar Heel head coach in his 3rd season. Coach's warning against Scott. Second time that Scott has been warned in this bout. Back to action, a quick breather for these wrestlers. Ward to his feet. Jack doing a good job of controlling him though. Keeping that right hand around the waist. Ward able to get up and looking for the escape. It looks like a stalemate called by the referee, but 1 point first for Ward on the escape. First points for Ward. Fifth time that these two have met, and it won't be the last. You've got to expect either the ACC Championships or the NCAA tournament. These two will see each other. Ward up with another point on the escape. 5-2 in favor of Jack. The riding time at 1:21 for Jack as well. We'll keep an eye on that as the second round ticks down. Ward tried to snap the head of Jack down. Clock gonna run out here in the second round. Couple points for Ward, gets him on the board. Another takedown from Jack. It is still a 3-point lead for him, 5-2. Ward will start in the down position. There's a minute and 21 seconds of riding time on the clock for Jack. Ward looking to get that quick escape. Jack takes him right back down to the mat. Got him in a very tough situation. Some near fall points coming for Jack, and he's going to get 2 of them. The lead up to 5. Ward took his chance and tried to get away. Jack did a great job scrambling with him once they got back down to the mat. And Ward will get the escape this time, 7-3. Jack with a shot, Ward just able to escape it. Ward attacking, trying to get some points as he is down by 5. And there's 2 more for Jack as he gets the takedown. It's 9-6. A minute left to go in this third round. (16-11) in favor of the Wolfpack, looking to go 2-0 in the ACC. Tar Heels hung tough with the Wolfpack through 7 bouts. It was tied until a bonus point was taken away because of unsportsmanlike conduct. And then back-to-back bouts won by the Wolfpack before an upset from Nicholas Lorette over Jamal Morris gave the Tar Heels some life going into this final one. And Ward gets another escape, 9-4. 15 seconds left on the clock. First brawl at the Hall, I would say, has been a success. The Tar Heels, the home team, wishing the scoreboard was a little bit different, but a great night here in Chapel Hill for wrestling as the Wolfpack will win this dual meet. Kevin Jack defeats Joey Ward. NC State takes it 19-11. And the Wolfpack moved to 9-1 on the season, 2-0 in the ACC. North Carolina goes to 5-5, and they are 0-2 in the ACC. For Dean Linke, I'm Kyle Straub saying so long from Chapel Hill, where the final score is NC State 19, North Carolina 11. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.